In this video, I'd like to talk about the automatic search and store function on this radio, the XHDATA D-109. It's miles better than what a radio like the XHDATA D-808 offered, which has this clunky page system. Once you do an automatic search, it saves these stations by page. So when you want to recall a station, every single time you need to press page and then the number of your page, and let's say it's number 33, and there it loads the station. It's clunky, it's not easy to navigate. Whoever thought of this system should lose their year-end bonus. I just think it's not user-friendly at all. So at least the D109 is miles better. It's got a much better system. It's nothing compared to a radio like the Tecsun PL368 or the Tecsun PL330 with their ETM function. This ETM function, you can see it there, is one of the best auto memory search and save functions on any radio in the market. It's just terrific. It works by searching per hour and then saving all those stations that are found during that hour, and that you can do on all the bands. It's terrific. It's just such a nice function and so easy to navigate. The D109 doesn't have anything like that, but it is much more user-friendly than the D808. Plus, I figured out, I've been using this one for a while, and it took me a little while to figure out the best way to use it. But once you know that, it is actually quite functional, and you can create an ETM system of sorts that actually works really well. So I will show you in this video how you can do that. The radio obviously works like any radio. If you want to search for stations, you just turn the tuning dial. You must just make sure that you're on frequency mode or memory mode. If you want to manually tune, you must be in frequency mode. If you want to work with the memories, you must press this VM button, that one there, and then you are in memory mode. But the point of this video, I want to show you when you do an automatic search, how to use the memory bank and how to use that to create your own kind of ETM system. So this radio, if you press shortwave minus, this one, SW minus, it searches all the bands and then saves all the stations that are found in the memory bank. So I've done that earlier. If I press VM here, you will see it found 96 stations. Not bad. Now, what you can do when you use the shortwave plus button there to search for stations, it searches only the specific band that you are in. So let's go, for example, to the 31 meter band, as you saw. And then if you press this button, press and hold, which I will do now, it searches through the 31 meter band only, and it adds to your memory bank. So that means all the stations that it found in the automatic search through all the bands, when you press that shortwave minus button, it adds stations to that in the memory bank. So this is the 31 meter band. It's adding the stations that it finds there now. And now you can do it in another band. Let's move to the 25 meter band. And I do the same thing. If I press shortwave plus, now it's searching only the 25 meter band and adding to my memory bank. So you can see where I'm heading here. You can manually create memories per band, and those memories are then stored in addition to your full scan that scanned all the bands on your radio. So you can do this by time. You can do several scans during the day by specific times, times when you normally listen to shortwave radio, and it will simply keep adding to your memory bank. Of course, now you need to make some notes, unless you have a terrific memory yourself, just so that you will remember as I scanned now, the last scan was the 25 meter band. So if we turn back now, so that you remember in your mind, my 25 meter scan at 1900 UTC, for argument's sake, is saved in the memory bank from 97 to 102. And then at another hour, at another time, you can create another scan on the same band if you like. And then just make a note of that, which means you are building up ETM memories in the style of the Tecsun to an extent, but it's just a little bit more difficult to access. You just need to create a system for yourself where you know that, let me just show this again, 97 up to 102, that's my 25 meter band scan at 1900 UTC. So I can do the same scan at 2000, or I can do now another scan in the 22 meter band, and then just make notes of that. So you see as it's scanning, and it will find stations, and then I must just keep notes that stations numbers 103, so far it's only found that one. So station 103 is my 22 meter band scan at 1900 UTC. And that way you can build up your memory and keep going back to that. But this is a great radio, and I know a lot of people have this radio. A lot of people are also thinking of getting one. So the lack of an ETM function on this radio, in my opinion, is not a reason not to get this radio. You can work around it, as I showed you now. You can sort of build your own system. And personally, if I were to use this to build up these ETM memory banks by specific times, I would just simply not do the full band scan, that shortwave minus scan that scans through everything. I'll save my memory so that I can build up my own memory banks and my own system to keep it. So once you are in your memory mode, I'll just make sure I am. If you want to just get rid of everything and start from scratch, you just simply press this delete button and press it and hold all, and they are gone. And now I have an empty memory bank, and now I can create my own system per hour, per band, whatever you want to do, and just sort of keep notes to help you keep track of what you are doing there. And then if you just want to scan through everything, there is this nice functionality, the scan button. It does not wipe your memory. It does not save stations. It's just a quick scan through all the bands. So if you hold and press that, it will start scanning. And as it finds a station, as it did now, it will stop for a couple of seconds and then just scan again. So if you hear a station you want to hear, you just press the scan button again and it will stop there. You listen, you try to identify your station, and you can just press and hold and go again. So this does not save to the memory bank, and it does not, in other words, wipe your memory. The moment you do the full scan, this one, shortwave minus, and when it starts scanning all the bands, it wipes your memory. So if you've built up your own memory bank with your own system to try to, record stations that you want to listen to in your own format, don't ever press this shortwave minus to do a full band scan again, because that will wipe your entire memory system. It's much better, in my opinion, to use, I'm just going to press this again so that it stops, but to use the shortwave plus function in the band that you want to save, and it will simply save that to the memory by adding to the stations that are there already. On shortwave, you can save 300 stations, and then on the other bands, as you can see, FM, longwave, and medium wave, 100 stations. So you can build up quite a nice memory bank for yourself, following your own system. You can, when you go into the memory settings, let me just switch it on and go to memory mode. You can, if there's a station here that you don't want, like this is a spurious signal, it's just, there's nothing there actually, just press and hold delete and it will delete that specific station. As you can see, it's gone now. But then you can use space number 1 to save another station. Let's just say I want to save Voice of America, so I must go to frequency mode first, 4930. This is Voice of America from Botswana, around the corner from me. I want to save this now, and I know now that space number 1 in the memory bank is empty because I just deleted something there. So press and hold memory, select there where you want to save it, number 1, press memory, and it's saved. So now I've got my own save station there. Go back to memory bank, you see, I've got it there, and then the stations that I saved in my scan. So it's a little bit clunky, it's not the easiest system, but I think it's a system that is quite workable. You can work around it. Doesn't come close to the Tecsun PL368 in any way, but it's workable. You know, this is a good quality radio with very good sensitivity, good reception, very, very good sound. I think this one really top quality. So just create your own system, your own memories, and you'll be very happy with this radio.